have just as much in Flare because Flare is going to be so much bigger, in my opinion. They're different, though. Corium is an enterprise blockchain, or it's a blockchain. It's a very fast blockchain that's for enterprises, for businesses, for smart tokens, potentially CBDCs, for governments, stuff where if, a business has an email that goes out and they want to do a special that expires for 30 days, or a coupon, that goes out with an email, 10% off for 7 days with this. I think that's what more Corium's for. Flare is completely different. It's on a different level. Flare is working with Google, working with the government. Hugo Filion, he can't talk about how much is being built on Flare because of the NDAs. And I just think Chainlink is not the answer long term. Chainlink and Swift are not the answer long term in the financial system. Chainlink's great for now, but Chainlink, you rely on a third party. And I cannot see any government, any institutions, any hedge funds when it comes down to having the option of Flare, which is basically interoperable with every blockchain. And you can now have an Oracle on chain. I just think that's so much more valuable than having to trust Chainlink, a third party. Even though I'm sure it's extremely safe. We're talking about splitting hairs here, but the thing that sold me on Flare is that the original airdrop, I heard almost 99% went to institutions. So if they want Flare, there's something there, because I look at it like this, right? If you go to the top 100, or not even the top 100, the top 20, right? And half of the market cap is in Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Litecoin. And they're worthless right now. You can't do anything with them. And with Flare, you can take your Bitcoin and bridge it over. And now it's an F asset on Flare. And now you can pair it up with, not with Flare, they're launching a futures commodity exchange. So if you can trade commodities on chain with Flare, I'm guessing you're going to be able to start trading oil and gold and wheat and other stuff. And imagine if you could pair up your Bitcoin and provide liquidity for Bitcoin and wheat, Bitcoin and oil, Bitcoin and silver, Bitcoin and gold. So now all these whales that have Bitcoin sitting in their wallets that can't do anything with it. Oh yeah, come mint an ordinal. Yeah, okay. Come talk to a billionaire about ordinals. You'll get laughed out of the room. But then you tell them, all right, yeah, your Bitcoin that's been sitting around doing nothing, I can now earn you yield on that. Oh, really? Yeah. We'll bring it over to Flare and we'll pair it up with some stable. I don't know what is going to be the best opportunity, but that is why Flare is going to be so big. Because you now bring DeFi and smart contracts to 50% of the market cap of the entire crypto market, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, Doge. So I just see that, and the partners that Flare is working with. And then on top of that, all the passive income, which is what is the most important thing for me. And even if you guys think you're too late with Flare, you're not. There's still 23 monthly drops left for passive income. Why the hell can I search on here? I don't know what is going on. Let me see here. Jesus. So yeah, Flare here. If you buy Flare and you take it and you get on the Bifrost wallet, it's in the App Store, right? And you send your Flare into that wallet. Once you stake it in there, you have to first wrap it into P Flare, and then once you stake it, the rewards are 3.5 times greater than when you delegate into the validators. So I was getting like 125 Flare every week when I was delegating. And now that I ganked it and I staked it, I'm earning over 300 a week. And that's not even including my monthly drops of last month were like 3,000 Flare. And that monthly drop, there's still 23 or 22 of them left. So if you hypothetically went and bought 10,000 flare and locked them up and or sorry, staked them, you qualify now for 23 monthly drops left. You'll probably be getting 400 flare. So then next month you'll be getting your drop on 10,000, 400 because of your interest. And then same thing up, it just keeps increasing. And it's just like the passive income, and that's insane. So to not be able to even recoup your initial, it's just, there's no risk in. Okay, there's as little risk as possible at this point in the cycle with delegating flare and just taking your initial out if you need to in 6-7 months. But flare for me is a long-term hold. I recommend watching Mickey B. Fresh. I think he's the best out there at breaking down flare, telling you all about it. He's been doing it for years, and I'm still trying to learn about the flare time sensitive oracle and everything that they're doing over there. They're pretty much interoperable with anybody. And the thing that really, on top of the staking, on top of the AI stuff, on top of the government, on top of the Google running validators, Flare randomly said we're going to be going to liquid staking. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, something here is going on with Flare, because I'm hearing rumblings that ETH is going to have a problem. And when with straight up proof of stake might have potential of failing the Howey test. Or sorry, of passing the Howey test and being securities, because when you have coins in your wallet and then you stake them, like I'm doing with Veracity. There's a good example. I've been talking about Veracity for a while. It's one of my favorite altcoins. I'm earning 15% on it, but I do not have those coins in my wallet. I had to send them to my Veracity wallet, and now my balance is zero, and they're all staked, and I'm earning. Well, with Hedera and the coins over there, with Dovu, with HBAR, with Saucer Swap, it's called liquid staking. And once you stake, like my Dovu, for example, I went to the website, I staked it. It's like 13% APY. I'm getting my payments every day. Well, if I go to swap my coins, I have my full balance in the swapper in the DEX over there. So even though they're staked, earning yield, those coins don't leave my wallet. So that's where liquid staking is different than proof of work, regular ETH staking. So if there is ever a problem with that, Flare has now went around that and is not going to have that issue. And that's why I'm so bullish on Hex, because even though with your Hex, you don't have it, you have a T share in your wallet. So you burn the Hex and you hold your T share. So it's not like you're holding nothing like with my Veracity when I'm staking that. My wallet is empty. So I'm not that worried about Hex. I'm not worried about Flare, anything on Hedera. Anything liquid staking, guys, that's what you want to gravitate towards in the future. Because at any point, they could come down on ETH, on staking. They've already done it with exchanges. And yeah, guys. Willie B, people starting to comment on my Ripple sweatshirt. Hell yeah, at the poker room. Willie, my man. Oh man, I need to go and get some Ripple swag, bro. But people, I feel like, will crucify us for it. I'm just kidding. Fuck that. I love the feelings. Or I love the haters. All right, I had the same feelings about Link. Yeah, bro. Flare is my favorite. Flare's the new Chainlink. Like anyone that's showing you Link out there, be leery. Like they're so far behind. And even like if someone was like, "Oh, bro, I have a huge bag of Chainlink. Oh, I'm so bullish." Rah, 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 rah. I would say, you know what? Go take a look at Flare. The passive income on it blows Flare out of the water.